Hi everyone, and welcome to my Pod Opinion Cast. Yeah, been waiting for this one. Welcome, marvelous Marvin Gaye. My name is Gary Harrison. We're gonna get into this one. Subscribe. Legendary, marvelous Marvin Gaye. Marvin Gaye always tried to emote truth to power through his songs. In What's Going On, you hear the urgent cry for father, the subtle trepidatious call on mother not to cry, all the while conveying his case to the world why we should stand for something. The purification of the spirit is willing to welcome truth once it's willing to have its cup filled. In songs like Sexual Healing, it seemed like he was asking for forgiveness in the bifurcation of the soul divide through promiscuity and ambiguous pleasure in the heat of the moment. There's a feeling of sensory overload on songs like Let's Get It On and I Want You. Smokey Robinson said of his friend, he's one of the most talented people he's known, the most musically creative mind he's known, but very troubled inside. He had the genius ability to take something painful and raw, but transform it into something beautiful. If you're a person who's outraged by war, then Marvin's music is for you. If you want to engage in making love, then Marvin's music is for you. If you want to talk about the conditions of spirituality once infused in the secular world, then Marvin's music is definitely for you. First and foremost, Marvin Gaye was a Christian artist. He was also one of the most gifted performers produced by the Afro-American religious experience. Raised in his father's Pentecostal church, located in the East Capitol Projects in Washington, D.C., Gaye was imbued with a deep spiritual sensitivity anchored in a Christ-centered ethic of love. Initially, this sensitivity was expressed in his instrumental virtuosity, especially on the organ, piano, and drums. Marvin Gaye sang in the church choir, but his vocal talent did not surface until he filled the first tenor slot of Harvey Fuqua's Moonglows, a smooth harmony rhythm and blues group. Some call them doo-wop. When Gaye's silky and soulful voice caught the attention of Berry Gordy Jr., the founder of Motown Recording Company, in a Detroit club in 1961, he was immediately offered a contract. The public career of Marvin Gaye had begun. Motown was the Jackie Robinson of black popular music. Oh yeah. Gaye's musical and philosophical roots remained in the Afro-American Christian tradition. His first classic recordings were neither adolescent, rhythmic dance records. Rather, Gaye's great early achievements, sung with the incomparable Tammy Terrell, were poignant and powerful love songs. They were written by the team of Nicholas Ashford and Valerie Simpson, with songs like Your Precious Love, Ain't Nothing Like the Real Thing, You're All I Need to Get By, and of course, the incomparable Ain't No Mountain High Enough. These were the early pivotal songs that directed the Christian religiosity of black church music into the secular spirituality of Afro-American popular music. For the first time in American history, the musical depth of the black church was let loose into the mainstream of American society, and American popular music would never again be the same. When the tragic death of Tammy Terrell, who collapsed in Marvin's arms during a performance in 1967, Marvin went into hiding, despite his success as a solo performer, with songs like I'll Be Doggone, Ain't That Peculiar, Stubborn Kind of Fellow, and I Heard It Through the Grapevine. A lot of these songs had reached the top 10, but he became reclusive, melancholic, and deeply dissatisfied with his music. He would not perform publicly for 5 years. But despite his torturous struggle with the transition of Tammy Terrell, his younger brother Frankie's first-hand accounts of atrocities in Vietnam, the escalation of the civil rights movement into black power advocacy, the widespread invasion of drugs among unemployed black youth, and the rise of ecological consciousness have produced the greatest album in Afro-American popular music, What's Going On, in 1971. This was a groundbreaking album, an album which was conceived and enacted by the artist, but also the first concept album that hung together by means of a set of themes concerned with socioeconomic, critique, and Christian outlook. This was Marvin's magnum opus, a masterpiece. Oh yeah, his critique of American society was explicit in songs like Inner City Blues, Rockets, Moonshots. That's what he wrote. Spend It on the Have-Nots. In Mercy, Mercy Me, about the ecology. Radiation underground and in the sky. He saw birds and animals dying. Yeah, and what's going on? He asked the question, talk to me so you can see what's going on. Save the children. God is love and holy, holy. He evokes the love ethic of Jesus Christ as the basis for negating and transforming the world. We can rock the world. We can holler love across the nation. I mean, this is all in how someone will perceive, like books, songs. It's all about perception. Marvin's sagacious lyrics were aligned with the stars. Motown was not paying attention. All he wanted to do was touch the souls of men. Smokey Robinson said Marvin told him that God is writing this album. And even if you're not a believer, upon hearing it, you have to admit this album will wake the souls of men. What's Going On was the peak of Marvin's career, and he continued to produce popular albums and hits. But life kicked in. He principally owed to 2 painful divorces. His songs still portrayed a longing for transcendence, but instead of the agapic praxis of communities, he highlighted erotic communion. Out of that, he produced one of my favorite albums, entitled Here My Dear. I suggest you go look that one up. It's a beautiful type opera album where he evokes the thoughts of his marriage and his painful divorce. He explores emotions like anger, loss of love in a relationship. It's genius. In my opinion, it's genius. But you make that decision once you listen to it. The subsequent albums like Let's Get It On from 73 and I Want You, and then his Grammy Award single Sexual Healing from 82 was phenomenal. You see, Marvin proved in his artistry that he's able to reach the human being, take the mundane and breathe the transcendent into it. Yeah, that was his genius. So what do I get out of this sanctified soul? This spirit that still lingers within us when you hear his music. I say he lived. With all the complexities that occupied the spaces and crevices of Marvin's life when he was here, he lived. He lived to the end. So I say celebrate. Celebrate his life. Celebrate with a smile when you listen to his music. Celebrate on the day that he transitioned and his birthday, if it makes you happy. Because what may look like the end may just be the beginning for you and me. So in the words of Marvin, holla and throw up both your hands. Holla love across the nation. We're gonna be all right. I want to give a shout out to my philosophical minders, Mr. Michael Eric Dyson, Dr. Cornel West, the American philosopher, and Marvin's biographer and author, David Ritz. So, I want to thank you all for listening and watching. Don't forget to subscribe and like once you're on the YouTube channel. My name is Gary Harrison, and you've been watching the infomentary about marvelous Marvin Gaye, the Sanctified Soul. Hope you truly enjoyed it. And remember to stay humble and stay hungry. And for those who's interested, check out our single, Share All the Time, featuring Gary Harrison, Dancing with Marvin, on Bureau 9 Records. Check for the link below on our YouTube channel. Take care, everyone, and I'll catch you on the next one.